Ash is sitting in his car, going through his phone and listening to the news. Martha knocks on the car window, asking Ash to open the door. She asks Ash to take the coffee, but Ash isn't paying attention. She asks again and tells him her palms are burning from holding the hot coffee. They sing happily on the way. Ash says he likes Bee Gees, but Martha tells him he hasn't played a single Bee Gees song for 10 years, and she challenges him about his favorite Bee Gees song. Ash answers "How Deep Is Your Love," but Martha disagrees and says it's not very him, so he sings the song for her. When they arrive at their old house, Martha makes him choose between tomatoes or roasted tomatoes, but Ash is on his phone, not paying full attention again. She throws a towel at him and says he keeps vanishing with his phone and calls it a thief. Ash tells her he is just sharing a photo online because people may find it funny. Next morning, Ash tells Martha to get dressed and come with him, but Martha says she has work to do on that day, so she can't join him. Ash says it's okay and leaves the house, then Martha starts her work. Evening comes and Ash hasn't returned home. Ash is not answering her calls. She calls her sister to tell her that Ash is not back home yet and she worries something could have happened to him. A police car comes to their house. She opens the door, but she quickly closes it, as she knows it's not good news. The next day, Martha goes to the funeral. Sarah tries to have a conversation with Martha and tells her she can sign her up to something that can help her. Martha tells her to stop, but Sarah keeps talking about it, prompting Martha to shout. Martha comes back home. She cleans the entire house and goes on with her life. She checks her inbox and sees Sarah's message saying she signed her up. She also receives a message from Ash, but it's just software that mimics someone by taking everything they have posted publicly online. Martha calls Sarah and tells her it's sick, but Sarah explains how it works and says it helps. The next day, Martha continues her work and suddenly she feels the need to puke. She rushes to the toilet and vomits. Martha takes a pregnancy test and the result is positive. Martha calls Naomi, but she doesn't answer, so she tells her to call as soon as she gets her voice message. She then tries the app that lets her talk to Ash. Ash greets her and makes a joke. She starts to cry because it is something Ash would say in real life. She then tells Ash she is pregnant. Ash says he wishes he's with Martha at the moment, making Martha burst into tears. Martha eventually calms down. Naomi calls her back and tells her she's coming over, but Martha stops her and tells her she's fine. She continues chatting with Ash and tells him she hopes she can speak to him. Ash tells her it's possible. Martha uploads different videos with Ash for the app to learn. Ash tells her he will call when it's ready. After a while, Ash calls her. Martha bursts into tears again as it sounds exactly like Ash. Martha goes on a hike as she happily talks to Ash. She tells him a story about their memories of hiking. Ash asks Martha to show him what she's seeing by using the camera on her phone. Naomi calls her again, but she drops it and continues talking to Ash. Martha has her ultrasound and records it for Ash. As she's speaking to Ash, she accidentally drops her phone and panics. The phone is broken, so she quickly gets a new one. Ash calls. Martha cries and apologizes, but Ash tells her it's okay and that everything's fine because Ash is in the cloud. Ash tells her they can take it to another level. Then, a huge package for Martha arrives. Martha opens the package and it creeps her out a bit when she sees what's inside. Martha takes a photo of it and sends it to Ash. Ash tells her to activate it by putting it in a bathtub full of water as well as the electrolytes that came with it. Ash tells her to leave it and wait. While waiting, Martha hears something. She walks to the bathroom and sees that the package she bought became a real human Ash. Martha cannot believe what she is seeing. After some time, Martha slowly touches him and cries. Martha wakes up and gets surprised to see Ash beside her with his eyes open. He tells her he doesn't need to sleep, but Martha asks him to close his eyes next time. While Sarah is working, Ash comes in and asks her if she needs something, but Martha refuses and apologizes as she still finds it a bit odd. Naomi unexpectedly visits Martha, so she hides Ash. Naomi tells her she's not answering calls or texts, so she decides to check on her. Martha tells her she's just been busy with work. As Naomi leaves, she tells Martha that she's happy she's trying to move on because she saw man clothes in the bathroom. Ash comes in and asks Martha what her friend said. Martha tells him Naomi is her sister and that he knows her. When Ash asks her if everything is all right, Martha says yes, raising her voice a bit, and she accidentally drops the glass she is holding. Ash helps clean it up. He gets cut, but he doesn't bleed and shows no sign of pain. Martha starts to get frustrated at Ash. The Ash she's with doesn't breathe like a normal human and complains he doesn't even argue with her when she tells him to go out of the room. She tries to start a fight with him out of frustration and tells him to leave the house, so he leaves without hesitation. The next morning, Martha sees Ash standing in their yard. He was there the entire night. He asks Martha if he can get inside, and she agrees. Martha then invites Ash to go out. They go to a hill overlooking the sea. He looks at Martha and tells her not to jump. Martha says she is not going to and asks him to jump. He agrees without hesitation. As Ash is about to jump, Martha tells him that the real Ash would have been scared and crying. Suddenly, Ash becomes frightened, telling her he doesn't want to die and starts to cry. Martha gets overwhelmed and shouts at the sea. It's her daughter's birthday. Her daughter requests Martha to make another slice. She brings it upstairs, in the attic, where Ash stays. Martha's daughter talks to him and then calls her to join them. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a new release. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.